Today I am sharing Lane Bryant's plus size denim. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Tamela, and here on this channel we are all about style and confidence at any size. So if you like this video and you like what you see, then be sure to stick around and subscribe for more. We would love to have you guys join a part of our little family, and don't forget to hit the bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today, as you saw before, I'm going to be sharing a review of Lane Bryant's plus size denim. I have a lot of different styles and sizes to share with you guys, so if you guys want to see that, make sure to stick around, but don't forget to head down below to the description box to check out a link to join my email list and be a part of all the announcements and all the fun things that come along on here and the blog. So with all that being said, if you guys are interested, then just keep watching. So first I want to start off with talking about the consistency of the fit overall throughout Lane Bryant's denim. I ordered about 10 pairs of jeans. I only have, I think, 6 to show you guys today because the other 4 pair didn't fit. I ordered like half in a size 20 and half in a 22. 22 tended to be what fit me. I do have 2 pairs of 20s to show you guys, but I tend to lean more towards the 22. I wear between a 20 and 22 just depending on the brand and the stretch of the denim. So with the 2 pairs of 20s that did fit me, they are more stretchy jeans. So I would say if you're between sizes, go with your larger size just based off of my experience today. So I just kind of wanted to say that and get that out of the way because I know that's a lot of your guys' questions. When you go with different brands, sometimes the sizing can be very inconsistent, but you can also go in and look at the reviews. For me, a lot of the reviews weren't up because a lot of this was newer denim, but you can go in and look and it'll show if it like runs smaller, runs larger, or is very true to size. And also with the pricing, I wanted to go ahead and say every pair of denim that I'm trying on today is $45 or was $45 when I paid for it. They were having a sale of their denim was $45. Typically from what I looked at, it's all between like $69.95 and $89.95, but always catch a sale with Lane Bryant. They always have coupons, discounts, like doorbuster sales. They have a lot of really good deals, so do not pay full price there because the deals are unbeatable. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into this first pair of denim with y'all, which I think is actually my favorite. I'll have everything linked down below in the description box, but this is, I believe, there's a lot of words in here, the Highrise Super Skinny Tight Tummy Jegging, I believe. Let me double check. So it's actually not labeled as a jegging. It just says Highrise Super Skinny Tight Tummy Skinny on the tag. I have everything linked down below like in the correct order because I know some of these names are going to get a little bit confusing, but these are actually a pair of the 20s that fit, and it's honestly, I think, my favorite pair. I mean, it fits super well, which I wasn't expecting it to, like I said, because it was a 20, and I love the length on these. The length on these is perfect. I usually have, I don't know, maybe an inch or 2 of material left at the bottom of my jean because my legs are a little bit on the shorter side, and I did not order these in a short. I think some of them were available in a short, but I didn't order any of them in a short, but these are like the perfect length. And then here is what the fit is looking like here. The pockets are real pockets, so we always appreciate that. And it is so smoothing. I don't know if you guys can tell that, but it is a very smoothing kind of stretchy material right around here, and it isn't too tight. It fits like, this is like a perfect fit for me. Does have the double button on them, which is not my favorite. I tend to like a single button more. I have some, I think, today to show you that have like a triple button, but I'm more of a single button type of gal myself. But I think the fit on these is really nice, and I kind of wasn't expecting them to be. Like, I was kind of okay, you go back there. I'll be here if you need me. Now I don't remember what I was saying at all, but I just love these. The coloring is perfect. It's that really nice medium kind of a wash. It doesn't have any distressing on it, and I just can't get over how perfect this length is because I did not get a short, and usually jeans like do not fit me this well at the ankle, and I do love like the opening of the ankle. It is like I don't know what the word is, like a smaller opening. It's not, has a, this is not making sense in English. It doesn't have like a wide hole at the ankle. It's very tight fitted to the ankle, which is something that I typically go for. I really like it that way. I love a good skinny jean. I'm not like a straight leg boot cut mom jean, boyfriend jean, any other jeans. I'm a skinny jean kind of a gal. That's just what I like. But the fit on this, I don't know if you guys can tell, super nice. This is the Flex Magic waistband, which I think most of their jeans have, if not all of them, and it's just a really, really nice band. But that is the first pair of jeans. Definitely one of my favorites. I think I have tried Lane Bryant's jeans before, but I think it's definitely been a minute. But the ones I've tried so far, girl, like they kind of stepped up their game. So this next pair is the mid-rise signature stretch super stretch skinny. Say that 5 times fast. And I am so surprised with how much I like this denim. As you can see, the bottom has this really pretty, almost like eyelet looking detail, and I think it looks so good. It's like almost like a really pretty feminine touch, and I think it's gonna look so nice in the spring. And I saw this and I was like, that's not quite my style, which I would definitely tend to say is typically not. I don't think I have like a super feminine style. I mean, maybe a little bit, but it's not something I generally lean towards, but when I saw it I was like, I'll go ahead and give it a try, and I actually really do like it because, like I said, I think this is gonna look so pretty going into the spring. So it does have real pockets, and the only qualm that I think that I have with this is that the material is a little bit on the thinner side for me, which, I mean, it's not something that's so thin that I wouldn't wear it, but it's thinner to where it's gonna show more of like the belly line, that kind of a situation, whereas a little bit of a thicker material, which the last pair of jeans was like a little more of a thicker material, that's gonna like conceal that a little bit better, whereas this is gonna kind of show it off a little bit more. It again does have that flex and magic waistband, and I just find that this one, like as you can see, like you can kind of even see right here where that line is, that divot, because the material is a little bit thinner, which I think there are pros and cons to. I think a pro is like wearing this in the spring and into the summer, you're gonna want a thinner jean, you're gonna want a thinner denim, because it gets really, well, at least for me, I don't know, it's like 110 degrees here, it gets hot. I do not mind a thinner denim at that time of year, but then you also get the con of having a little bit more of that belly line show. But for me, this is probably something I would wear with a little bit of a longer top, say something like I'm wearing now, because I love the detail at the bottom of the jean, but I kind of don't like the way I feel like the belly line is showed off a little bit more. That's just not the way I like things, so I would just probably pair this with a little bit of a longer top. But I do like the fit. I am wearing this in a size 22. This is kind of what it looks like in the back. I do think it's pretty flattering. I like the color. It is a nice light jean, which, like I said, is going to be perfect for the spring. I could see this with like a really pretty like a lilac color or a really pretty rose kind of blush pink kind of a color. This next pair is the mid-rise Superstretch signature fit skinny, and as you can tell, it is a white jean, which I kind of wanted to throw in because I feel like I particularly, that's a hard word to say, have a hard time finding white jeans, because I feel like either they're way too thin or they're way too thick. I don't know, you guys with me? They're either like a super thin jegging or they're like a really thick, not stretchy kind of a denim. So I have a hard time finding that in between, but y'all, like, this is the in between that you need. They're like a little bit thinner, but they're not as thin as I feel like I would typically see in a white jean, but they also have a little bit of a thickness to them. Here is kind of what they look like on the belly area. Like I said, they are on the thinner side, so you definitely can see a little bit of the belly line, but that's something I come to expect with white jeans. If they're not, like I said, if they're not a little bit thin, then they're really, really thick. So I feel like I'd rather go a little bit on the thinner side, but they're not as thin as I typically see. But they also have a white button, which I feel like I don't see that often, and I kind of really appreciate it. I don't know, I feel like it's the little details. The pockets are real. They're actually a lot deeper than the pockets on the other jeans. And here's what they look like in the back. Now, from what I can tell from just looking on the camera and looking in the mirror, I might have to have Devin look at this for me, but I don't think that they're see-through. I can see obviously the line because I don't have like lineless undergarments on at the moment, but I can see the line, but I cannot see the color. And I particularly wore purposefully red undergarments today just to see if I could see it through the jeans, and I don't think I can see it, but I might have to have Devin look at that because it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but I think I just see the line. So I would venture to say that these are actually not see-through, which again is the other hard thing about finding a white pair of jeans, because with them going on the thinner side, then they also become a lot more see-through. So if you guys tell me, I don't, or you don't tell me, but I'm gonna look. I don't think that they're see-through from what I'm seeing like on the camera and what I can see in the mirror right now. And I also have really bright lights, like there's one coming down from above and over here and over here. So there's a lot of bright lights, but I'll also go out in the sunlight and see what they look like, because you guys know you're not in studio lights, you're in natural light. So I will definitely check that out and leave something here on the screen that lets you know that. But all in all, honestly, I would say this is like my favorite white pair of jeans that I've seen thus far. Except I think I think those were see-through. I do have a pair of American Eagle jeans that are white, but I want to say I could see through those, or they were a little bit see-through. I cannot quite remember because it's been a while since I've worn like a white jean, obviously, but I'll check that out for you guys, because so far I actually really do like them. The length is not too long. Obviously, as you can see, there is a little bit of bunching at my ankles because that's just something that typically happens for me, but they're not super long, so I can get with it. This next pair is the Highrise Ultimate Stretch Skinny, and it is a little bit different from the last pair, but also I feel like similar in a lot of ways. I feel like the length is super similar on this one, as well as I feel like the material is a little similar. So I think this one is a little bit thicker than what the white one was, but still not on the, like, neither of them are on the thinner side, but they're thinner than what they would typically be, is I guess a better way to describe it. But here is kind of what it looks like around the belly line. I feel like, as you can tell, it is a little bit more concealing. I think part of that is because it is the black fabric instead of something lighter, and I think part of that is also that this is just a little bit thicker than the last pair. Flex magic waistband, real pockets, which these do go a little bit deeper as well. And again, we have the black button, which I just feel like is really cool. Like the white one had the white button, the black one had the black button. I feel like that's one of those things that's very much just a detail thing that I appreciate, because I feel like that's not the case in a lot of times. But I do like this one. Like I said, I feel like the length is pretty good. A little bunchy, but like not a ton of extra fabric. That's just a thing with me because my legs are a little bit on the short side. And here is what it looks like in the back. I do think it is flattering and I really like these. I wanted a distressed pair, but they were all sold out in my size. I do prefer my black denim distress for whatever reason. It's just a preference thing. I think black denim, it just looks so dark. I like a little bit of skin to kind of break up the color, I think. But that is this pair. If you are looking for a darker option for a jean, I would definitely check out these. These are really nice. Like, I'm really surprised because I feel like for a long time Lane Bryant was kind of looked at as not the, there's something in my hair, as there we go, not the denim spot. But I feel like they've definitely stepped up their game here lately with their clothing in general. I feel like it's gotten a lot better over the years. Not that it was bad, but now that it's a little more on trend, I guess I should say. You guys know what I mean if you ever used to shop Lane Bryant. It used to not be like the spot, but now like it's the spot, girl. This one is just the high-rise jegging, and I'm wearing it in a size 22. And my only qualm is that with jeans like this, when they have the distressing at the bottom, I feel like I need them in a shorter length. I don't remember if this one offered a short or not. I know a couple of them did. I don't remember if this one did or not, but I would definitely need the short because I feel like when you have that kind of distressing at the bottom, it just looks messy when it's not fitted. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would need that extra like inch or two off to make it look better, because I actually do love the distressing at the bottom. I feel like it can look really good when you're wearing like sandals or wedges. It just adds a little something something, but if it's a little bit longer, I think it looks messy. This is the pair that has the triple button on them, and the only reason that I don't like the triple button is just because of my nails. I feel like it just gets a little bit more difficult with them. When I have the triple button, it just becomes a lot, but I do think the triple button looks a lot more flattering. It just kind of adds that little extra bit of length and kind of sucks you in, which I do think this jean does a wonderful job doing, because you have the whiskering always helps to conceal the belly line, but then you also have this like super high rise button detail on it. So in a way, you're kind of getting concealed on both places. This is the Flex Magic waistband, and the pocket is real. I really like these. If I could just get them in a short, I'll have to look and see if they come in a short, because they are very flattering, if I do say so myself. Something I will say that I do like triple button jeans for is when you're wearing crop tops. I feel like it can just add a little something something. Not only because I know a lot of you guys, if you're gonna wear a crop top, you're gonna want a higher rise jean, so these are definitely that, but I feel like the triple button just kind of adds a little bit of a detail, so you can actually kind of maybe dress it up a little bit. I know you can't really dress up a crop top to all the extent, but you can make it look a little nicer. Here is what it looks like in the back. As you can tell, it does have distressing on the back of the ankle as well, which I do think looks really good and I do like, but I would definitely need it in that shorter length, because I don't know if you guys feel this, if you end up having to get shorter pants. This is like a new discovery in my life. If you missed the American Eagle video, I'll link it above and down below, but it's like a new discovery in my life. And I just feel like this can look sloppy, whereas this jean can look so nice with so many different things, but with that little extra fabric, I just think looks kind of sloppy, and that's not my thing. So I'll definitely have to look and see if these are available in a short. And then this last pair is the High-Rise Ultimate Stretch Skinny. I really like the color of it because it's somewhere like in between a light wash and a medium wash. It has a little bit of light distressing, as you can see, nothing crazy, which I know is nice. I know sometimes people don't love crazy distressing. I definitely do. I love a good distressed jean. But I know everybody's not like that, so you might want something a little more light and subtle. As you can tell, there is a ton of extra fabric on the leg, so this is a longer jean. Like I said, I ordered everything in the regular length, but this one is definitely a lot on the longer side, so if you do have shorter legs, you definitely want to be mindful of that. And I will say that the fabric on this jean is a little bit different. It's definitely much more of a stiff material. I would say for every other pair of jeans that I've had, from this haul, they're very stretchy. This one is stretchy, but it's not as stretchy as the other ones by any means at all. It's definitely more of a stiff material, which is not my favorite, but everybody doesn't love a stretchy jean. This is more of a stiff jean. If that's your thing, it's more of almost like a true denim rather than where you're kind of getting into jegging territory, but it's not my favorite for that reason, because I feel like I wouldn't have a lot of room to like move around or breathe in. Like it's just not my favorite. It's just a little more stiff than what I typically like, but it is high rise, like I said. And again, pros and cons, like with everything, that stiff material, or the more, yeah, that's the word, the more like stiff material and the less stretchy and thin, like it is a lot more thick. it covers the belly line really nicely. Like as you can see, it's very, very smoothing. Does have a single button detail on it and functioning pockets as well. And here's what it looks like in the back. There is no distressing. All of the distressing is in the front. So I do like it. Pros and cons. I definitely will not be keeping these because it's way too long on my ankles for me. That's not gonna work for me. You could cuff them though as well. I know some people, it's just a preference thing. Some people don't mind folding them and cuffing them. I do sometimes, just most of the time when it's like this much fabric where it kind of looks kind of ugly the way that it bunches right there, I'm just kind of go ahead and try to find a different pair. Again, I'm not quite sure if this one comes in a short or not. I know a couple different pair did, but I do like the light distressing. It's really pretty, really subtle, and like I said, with this more thicker, more stiff kind of a fabric, you are gonna get a lot more of the smoothing effect around the belly line. So that is going to be it for my review of Lane Bryant's plus size denim, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, everything will be linked down below in the description box if there's anything that you're interested in, and be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know which pair of denim was your favorite, or if you just don't like Lane Bryant denim, where do you buy your denim? I'm always up for trying new places, but I really hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Like I'm better off.